Evening, gorgeous people. I'm Aaron Ryan, and welcome to the Big Brother After Show Eviction interview. Tonight, it was the end of the road for Brenton. He was an intruder, but he found his way into the hearts of the Big Brother housemates and made it to the final hurdle. 1 second of one challenge separated him from being in the grand final, and also a surprise choice from Taras sealed his fate. Brenton, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, in all honesty, when you were accepted to be on Big Brother, I mean, you obviously accepted to be on Big Brother, but were you told that you were going to be an intruder? And then if you were, did you think you had any chance of being in the top three?
I was definitely told I was going to be an intruder. I got 3 days' notice to go into the house. So it was a
Ooh,
fast decision to make. Yeah,
wow.
pretty full on. Um, and yeah, I didn't think I'd make it far at all. And I guess not to put myself down, but the whole intruder thing, they say last in, first out. You're constantly on the back foot. You don't know who your real friends or alliances are because they've already been made. So I went in with a little bit of doubt, but just had to play the best game I could.
I've tried to analyze this over and over and over again. Trevor, Tully, Drew, Estelle, Tim, Joel, Alicia, Dave, all gone. All had strong connections, strong alliances, strong power personalities. But then there's this guy called Brenton bubbling along and surpassing them all. And in the end, quite unlucky to miss out on the grand final. So what the hell happened? How did you do it?
I mean, I think, all glory to God. I was just praying that he just kept me in as long as he wanted, and I made it to where I was. But a lot of it comes down to the edit, and so you don't see a lot of the big moves I did. You don't see a lot of the strategy I spoke. You do see me floating along throughout the house. So I don't really mind. There are a lot of things that are missed, like in terms of the Tim Viction. I was building this massive, show to get rid of Tim and all these people that wanted him out. And I wrote this full song about the Tim Viction. We choreographed a dance and all sorts of stuff. So we kind of missed this whole thing. We missed this whole saga for a few weeks of trying to get rid of get Dormer out the door. So yeah, that was a big one that got missed.
I want to see that on YouTube. That'd be great. Do you think it was a case of like you were almost forgotten? I mean, I say that as in people were really trying to target someone like we've got to get rid of Tim or we've got to get rid of Drew. But then the whole time, they're never really considering where you were in the game. You almost sat back and while they went for the big targets and then you floated through to the next week.
Yeah, I can totally I guess from a viewer's point of view, I can totally see that. Like there was a few episodes that I thought I was already evicted, then I came back later in the week. So I definitely was missed a lot of the time, but a lot of it came down to I'm a businessman, so I can I guess get a lot of yeses from people and I'm able to manipulate people in the way that I want, in a sense of I had very strong connections with Estelle that you didn't see, very strong connections with Reggie and Tim in the back end of the game. And then the newbies were had really good, strong relationships with them where I had sneaky deals that we didn't get to see. So I guess I wasn't necessarily missed, as you said. I was more not on people's radar because people knew or thought they were good with me.
Mm. So overall, do you think you were perhaps underestimated?
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I wasn't the strongest player. There's people like Johnson or Tim that are masterminds, and they are very hard players. So I can't compare myself to them, but there was certainly a lot of stuff that was missed that you don't get to see. So it does look like I guess I just flowed through the house to the end.
Well, about that stuff that was missed, I mean, did you show more of you in the house than what we saw on air? You kind of alluded to that by, a bit there in your previous questions. But I asked that because the whole of Australia knows, Johnson's super fan love of Big Brother, Reggie and her kids' story, and Taras being the challenge beast. That kind of, like unique, quirky character that you love or hate. But then there's Brenton, fantastic body, nice guy, but we didn't really get to know. As I said, was there more of you in the house than was on air, or were you pretty reserved as well?
Well, I guess the thing is with me, I'm an actor, so I've been doing TV and movies for years where I get to play different characters, and that's what I love. So when the opportunity came up to be on a reality show and play myself, you can't hide behind yourself. So I was just literally myself, and I'm a big goofball. I take the piss. I just say funny, stupid stuff. And because a lot of that stuff doesn't further the story, you see my personality go. You see it be taken out, and I totally get it. Like, it doesn't enhance the story when they're already trying to cram so much in. So a lot of the stuff that was missed was just me being silly or, mucking around. So you totally miss my personality.
Well, if you're an actor, was that good acting or bad acting when you came in, sort of asking Trevor, "Are you Big Brother? Oh, did I sign up for Survivor? I'm in Big Brother. What's going on?" Was that good acting or bad acting?
Oh gosh, it was probably bad acting at its finest. I mean, I definitely conned a lot of the people. Some of the guys saw through it, but that was just a choice I had to make. I came in on the back foot, and they said, "Oh, you're the new challenge beast." I said, "No, challenge? No, that's not. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what this show is." So it was like a choice to step back into the playing the dumb guy.
Well, let's get to know you a little bit more then. But first, let me ask you, from a strategy point of view, would you agree that Taras probably got it wrong? Because Australia did not know you as well, as well as the others. He had more of a chance of with you next to him in the grand final than was, say, superfan Johnson. He has now majorly split the vote for Taras to win Big Brother 2022. Did he make the wrong decision?
I think Taras definitely made the wrong decision. And the whole time we were in the house, we wanted to come across heroic and bring Reggie to the end because we thought Australia would honour that and love that we did that. But now we're all kicking ourselves like, why did we carry her through all this way? Because Australia's going to vote her to win. And I think Taras definitely should have kept me over Johnson because he looks just indecisive. He was trying to get rid of Johnson for so long, and now he's taken him to the final. So he kind of like it's almost like he comes across that he doesn't know what he wants.
Hmm.
So it was a bit of a funny play there.
So let's go to Brenton. Who is this Brenton guy? What's your life outside of Big Brother in terms of lifestyle, career, and family, and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I'm an actor, mostly TV and film. Just filmed an American film at the start of the year, and I'm working on a TV show at the moment, which I can't talk too much about. But yeah, so I guess that's what I focus on, and then family is most important for me. So I've got my wife as of a few years now. We've just had our first baby boy, Luca, who's 4 months old.
Oh,
And they're my life, and I'm just constantly finding the balance between family and work because I love what I do. I love being able to help people and entertain people through my work, even my businesses. But I love my family. I love spending good time with them. So that's me in a nutshell.
well, can I be honest? I jumped onto your Instagram account expecting a lot of shirtless pics, some great chest shots, you flogging protein powder, and a lot of beach pics. But what I found is this heartfelt Christian guy spending time with your new son and wife, loving life, loving people. Is it just the Big Brother experience, or have you spent your life challenging people's expectations and stereotypes of you?
I think back in the day, I was a bit more wanky and walking around my shirt off and thinking I'm the best. But I came to Christ maybe 6 years ago now, and God definitely humbled me. And I guess I'm not that guy on Instagram anymore, posting shirtless pics like Joel does. Um, so no, I'm just loving family life and just taking it easy, really.
You had that strategy to play dumb from the start, which we talked about, which meant for a while you were not being, I guess, genuine you. It's a double-edged sword because your strategy got you to within 1 second, literally, of the Big Brother finale. But on the other hand, if you had have got in to the finale, it would have been a hard slog for you because Australia just have no idea who you are and who they're voting for. So how do you balance strategy and going under the radar with, really showing your personality so Australia can invest in you and vote for you?
Yeah, I think again it comes down to the edit because from a production standpoint, the top three, the production knows who the top three are, and they edit the show and they find the material to highlight the top three. So you got someone like Reggie that wasn't doing much; he was in bed most of the time. So I know they were struggling to find content of her. So they just fill it out. So I guess I say this to say, if I was in the top three, they would have found all the funny stuff with me, and they would have built my character up. So there's no surprise coming out fourth that I didn't get much of a voice in the final edit. But I'm okay with that. Like, I don't want to be known as a reality TV star. As much as I love and respect Big Brother, I thought it was such a fun time. I don't want to be, known as that guy. I want to be known for my acting and the characters I get to portray. So I'm happy.
I did this with all the other housemates. It's a quick game of choose a housemate, Brenton. So who's the most genuine?
I think Johnson's the most genuine because if he says something, he means it. He's very loyal.
And what about the most non-genuine then? I guess appears nice, but they could be lying to your face.
It's probably Taras or Tim. They're multiple manipulators. They're amazing.
Who would you like to connect with on the outside? Or I mean, you might have already. Did you form a bond with anyone in particular?
Yeah, Alicia, Johnson, and Tim. I'm very close with them. We speak, most days, and we go get lunch and go out and stuff. So I actually, as different as we all are, we really get along.
Mm. And what about who you would like to win Big Brother?
I'd love Johnson to win Big Brother as much as I want to see Reggie win a heap of money for her family. I just think in terms of an actual player, Johnson's had his back up against the wall the whole season, the whole 10 weeks or whatever, how long he was in there, and he's been fighting and he's never given up. I really think he deserves to be where he is. I really deserve. He deserves to take it out.
Let's just explore this Reggie thing for a moment, the Reggie factor, I guess. Australia know her and love her, and there is that kids factor that you're talking about. For strategy purposes only, Reggie, and you said actually this before, Reggie really should have been the first one evicted from everyone if they wanted a chance to actually win. I'm saying that purely in terms of housemate actually progressing to the final. I'm not having a go, obviously at Reggie at all. How do you balance the sensitivity of loving Reggie, her story, her life, and absolutely wanting to see her soar versus having to be in a position where you're up against her in a public vote?
It's a really hard one. I think deep down we knew we don't want to be standing next to her in the final because she'll win. She'll win that sympathy, but at the same time, like, she's a real person, just like we all are. So to send her home, it's very hard to do because she's such a beautiful person. So you don't want to do that, and I think that's the reason why when it came to that night where there was the double eviction, that I couldn't put a point on it. I was the only one that tried to save her because I couldn't do it to her.
Mm. So, do you think can Johnson actually beat Reggie in the finale? Is it possible?
I'm not going to say it's impossible. I think Reggie probably has the votes, but Johnson has the next best chance. If people look at a game point of view, a strategy point of view, and who really fought the longest, he takes it out. He takes it out every time. But yeah, if people look at it from another way, then Reggie will win.
All right, and just finally, what are your plans for the rest of 2022? I mean, I know you get businesses and stuff. What have you got planned?
The big thing for me is just keep acting. I've got a couple of potential shows line up that I'm auditioning for at the moment, so it's doing really well. I've just signed with a new agent as well, so just going harder with that, and maybe even a try for another kid.
Oh, beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
Brenton, you played a perfect game. Not much else you could do. You lost that last challenge by a second, and it was surprising that Taras voted you out instead of Johnson or Reggie. It was actually really nice to get to know you, because you're a bit of a mysterious guy, because Australia, because of the edit, didn't get to know you as much as some of the others. And you came in as an intruder and slowly surpassed everyone to get to that last hurdle. So well done, and thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me. Have the best day.
All right, that was Brenton, 18th evicted from Big Brother 2022. That's it for tonight. Thank you for listening. I'm Aaron Ryan. And that was the final eviction. However, join me for the next 3 podcasts when they drop, because I'll be talking to Taras, Reggie, and Johnson. Those episodes should be up right now. And I will chat to the winner later on in the week. Good night.